Hi, I'm Gokul Srinivasan, a Senior Partner Solution Architect with AWS Global Startup Program. The Global Startup Program offers our startup partners a unique support through the engagement of a partner development manager and a partner solution architect with deep AWS expertise, domain, startup, and business development skills. The Global Startup Program supports our partners across three major areas: co-development, go-to-marketing, and co-sell. We support the co-development through AWS webinars, AWS workshops, architecture and design reviews, specialist engagement, and operational readiness. On the go-to-marketing, we support our partners through AWS Marketplace launch, joint marketing content, and joint AWS and the partner presentations at the industry events. As part of the co-sell, we enable our partners through AWS sellers and networking with AWS. And today, we have Jing Xie, the go-to-marketing leader with Memverge.
Thank you, Gokul. Excited to be here.
Welcome, Jing. And for our audience, would you be able to give a 2-minute elevator pitch about what Memverge is and what Memverge does for our customers?
Sure, I'd be happy to. Memverge is a software company. We're based in San Jose, California, founded in 2017. And what we specialize in is helping customers reduce their cloud costs by being able to run more effectively on spot instances through software that we developed that automates the AWS infrastructure layer.
Fantastic. Would you be able to highlight some of the key differentiator that Memverge adds value to our end customers?
Sure. One of the differentiators is that we're also just very easy to work with. We have a very strong engineering team. We're very solutions driven, and we just try to understand the customer's problem. Most of the time, there's a way that customers can run more of their workloads on spot instances, and that's one of the fastest, easiest, and most direct ways that somebody can cloud more cost efficiently. One of the things that we really enjoy is applying this horizontal technology, which is, can you automate spot instances? Can you survive spot instance interruptions? And we apply it to different industries. And one of the top industries that we're seeing a lot of interest and excitement to implement the Memverge solution is in the field of genomics. We're also seeing a lot of strong interest and demand from the semiconductor design space with all of the machine learning, AI energy that's in the market. And in addition to that, we're also starting to work with some financial institutions who do a lot of different types of trading simulations and modeling to try to understand what's going on in the market the next day. And for many of these companies and organizations, being able to run on spot instances really helps to effectively utilize the cloud and also align with their budgets better.
That's a tremendous value for our customers, Jing. Thank you. And you've been a part of this Global Startup Program. Can you share with us your experience with the AWS Global Startup Program?
Sure, happy to. It's been an amazing journey as a partner on AWS. We launched our AWS product at the reInvent 2022. And since then, it's been a whirlwind in a very good way. We got plugged into the Global Startup Program. We joined the AWS Partner Network. Early 2023 is when we went through all of those foundational technical reviews, got ourselves implemented and integrated with AWS Marketplace, which is one of the easiest ways for some of our customers to start picking up our software and starting a POC or a trial period with us. And we've just been plugging into different programs that have really helped Memverge grow as a company and as a partner on AWS.
That's great, Jing. And extending on that, would you like to emphasize and call out any unique experience that were specifically beneficial for Memverge through this Global Startup Program?
One of the things that I enjoy the most about being in the Global Startup Program is getting help on both the business side as well as on the technical side from our partner solution architects, from our partner manager on AWS. And one of the most important things as a startup and as a business is simply finding customers and being able to grow our business. And getting coaching from both on the technical side as well as on the commercial side has really helped us get our motions right in terms of go-to-market much more quickly. And AWS also serves as this amazing platform to be able to tell customer stories. So as we've brought our first cohort of customers to success and to using the Memverge product into production, it's been amazing working with the extended specialist organizations like in genomics, like in the EDA semiconductor space, to tell our story of how our customers are using our products. And it really magnifies the marketing reach, and it helps to accelerate our sales funnel.
Fantastic. Thank you, Jing. Would you be able to highlight some of the notable success that you have seen from this Global Startup Program?
Sure. So I would say one very specific example, and I'm happy to share a few more, but the first one that popped to mind is that we are seeing a strong uptick in our business out in Asia Pacific and Australia regions. And one of the big drivers for that uptick in our business there is that the AWS team has invited us on multiple occasions to go and present to their customers in those regions. And I'm so excited about the work that the work that's going on in the genomics space out there. And we've been provided a platform through being an AWS partner to share how customers are using Memverge to run genomics workloads faster and more cost effectively on AWS. So that's one solid example of clear business benefits to Memverge by being part of this global startup program. So another great example of clear, great both business benefit as well as just partner success is that we published a blog together with AWS a few months ago with the Worldwide Genomics team and working with great people like Sujaya to tell our story about how Memverge is being used in the genomics industry. And the blog post highlighted two of our customers. One was a lab at Columbia University, and another is a research institution, one of the oldest and longest standing research institutions in Maine, called MDI Biological Laboratory. And this blog post was just a platform. It was an amazing platform for all of us to tell our stories of how, through the use of AWS, together with the Memverge technology, it just became much more easy to do scientific research, to do genomic analysis, and at a very cost-effective, in a very cost-effective way.
Congratulations, Jing. That's amazing. And now, as you have already been engaged with the Global Startup Program for the last few years, what are you most excited about being a part of the Global Startup Program on AWS as you step into the future?
Sure. One of the things, so I'll talk about it from more of a sales point of view first, and also from a technology and product roadmap point of view, because I think those are two things I'm equally excited about going forward. One is I'm seeing some very strong momentum build in the way that Memverge is able to co-sell and work with different AWS sellers and field teams. Because of the initial successes that we've delivered to customers together, we're seeing a lot more referrals coming the Memverge way in terms of different customers that might benefit from our solution. And just this greater awareness of what Memverge has to offer in fields like, EDA, financial services, and in genomics, that greater visibility across the AWS ecosystem and sales organization has really started to incrementally and in an accelerated way, it's been helping us grow our business. So I'm very excited about the path ahead in the future, because I think it's a very great two-way partnership that we've developed, where we're bringing some net new clients to AWS, and AWS sellers are also recognizing the value of working with Memverge and bringing us into their accounts. So then on the product side, we're also very excited. We're very excited because there are ways that Memverge is applying some of their memory checkpointing technologies, which today we use to better operate and run spot instances. We're finding exciting ways to take advantage of memory checkpointing as a core technology in the AI and machine learning space. And so a lot of our current product and product R&D is going towards developing some really innovative ways to help AWS customers more efficiently utilize GPUs in the cloud for model training, for model inferencing, as well as other types of machine learning applications. So I'm super excited about that because I feel like the journey for us has just begun. And this next chapter of what Memverge is working on in the AI and machine learning space, we're super bullish about it. And I want people to know that they can look forward to some exciting updates around how Memverge is applying this memory checkpointing, how Memverge is applying our memory checkpointing expertise to companies and customers that are doing exciting things in AI and machine learning.
That's fabulous, Jing, because generative AI is like the talk of the town. Every customer and every partner want to invest and build newer capabilities, just not on the generative AI, but the overall AI ML suite as such. So this is definitely going to be an exciting news for our end customers.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, just to kind of like tease out some of the things that we're already going to be able to talk about in a very short while, probably by the time this video is published, is we found ways to automate switching between using GPUs and CPUs so that the end user or the AWS customer doesn't have to worry about automation between when they need GPUs and when they need CPUs. What if when you need GPUs, that's when it's running on GPUs? And what if another part of your pipeline or your analysis doesn't need GPUs? You're suddenly switching to using CPUs. To me, that's exciting because that gets at the bottom line instantly in terms of making the cloud more efficient and cost effective. And it also just speaks to the value of the cloud, which is you have all of these different types of compute form factors and computing types. And our software is helping to automate how people best use that whole combination of, I think there's like 600 plus SKUs now of compute options on AWS. And so our software is just simply making that so much easier to choose from and to optimize on.
Oh, that's great, Jing. Can you share more details into what are the exciting things that's happening within the genomics part?
Yeah, great question. So genomics is where we found our first customer success. It's where we found our product market fit, so to speak. And we're super excited about what's next in what Memverge is doing for genomics. One area that I'll highlight that we're very excited about is the work that we're doing with HealthOmics. So when we first came out with our product, we're primarily solving for compute costs. Think about it as cost per sample, cost per run. And I'm super excited about the value Memverge is delivering there because this year we have not been beat. We are always the lowest cost per run, lowest cost per workflow solution for genomics on AWS. The next chapter for us in the genomic space is to now solve for storage. So bringing these two use cases together really completes what I would call a really outstanding genomics solution for scientific research, for pharmaceutical drug discovery, for single cell analysis. And HealthOmics is exciting to us because it presents this amazingly cost-effective way to store genomics data. And it's really complementary to the product that Memverge has built, which is called Memory Machine Cloud. And the reason it's complementary is because we are able to utilize HealthOmics as that super cost-effective way to store and manage your genomics data. And it complements our current solution in what we're delivering to clients, which is a super effective way to compute and analyze genomics. Totally. And we're doing a number of integrations and optimizations and automations so that from the end user's perspective, getting the benefit of this amazing storage service through HealthOmics is seamless and also extremely simplified.
Oh, great news for our genomics customers. And can you tell a little bit more about what sets Memverge apart and what your competitive advantages and differentiations are?
Sure, happy to do that. One of the first badges that Memverge earned through being an AWS partner, beyond just the standard partner badge, beyond the standard marketplace badge, is that we were certified as a EC2 spot ready partner. What does that actually mean? Well, for people who may be less familiar with spot instances, they are a class of compute that's available on AWS, It's basically compute that is spare capacity in the moment. Other customers and users are not using those machines, and you get an amazing discount on spot instances. Many times, at least 50%, and sometimes at the extreme, you can get 85 to 90% off using the exact same machine that you would pay $1 for. You could get it for 15 to 10 cents an hour. And Memverge is being recognized in the industry for our expertise with being able to utilize and take advantage of spot instances, regardless of organization size. You could be a single scientist or the director of a lab, or you could be the IT leader of an entire pharmaceutical organization. We make it extremely easy for that entire spectrum of users to start taking advantage of spot compute. And the thing that we're the most known for is not just simply the ability to spin up spot compute. We do that really well, of course, but what we're known for in the industry is to be able to survive spot interruptions. Spot interruptions are not easy to survive. You get the most generous warning on AWS amongst all the clouds. You get 2 full minutes, but a lot of people don't know what to do in those 2 minutes. And our software automates the ability to save your work, not just the work that's being stored in a storage service of AWS, but we're saving the work that's in memory on the VM. And so when you lose that EC2 instance, with our software, you're not losing the work. You're not losing the application state. And that's what allows our software to then move your workload to another spot instance so that you can continue to get the savings and you can continue to run the analysis forward, and you don't have this unpleasant side effect of having to restart from the beginning. And that's I would say the key differentiator in the Memverge technology. And I believe we're the only partner who's in the AWS Spot Ready program that can do this for genomics as well as several other industries such as EDA and also in financial services. So I'm super excited about the path ahead, and I believe that's our strongest differentiator.
That's amazing, Jing. That's like the best of both worlds, low cost and high performance. Okay?
Absolutely.
That's music to all our customers' ears.
Yeah, and the other thing that I think not everyone realizes with respect to using spot instances is that it's similar to on-demand in the sense that there's no contract required to use spot instances. There's other ways to get discounts as a cloud customer, as an AWS customer, but other ways of getting those discounts do require you to commit. So if you're somebody who sees the promise and the possibilities of using AWS, but the cost of running everything on demand is just too much to get started, I want people to know that spot compute is another great way to use the cloud, and you get that instant 40, 50, 60% discount right off the bat to be able to run different types of analysis or scientific computing.
That's fantastic, Jing. And you, as an AWS partner, have seen tremendous success with the Global Startup Program. What would be your advice for new startups that are joining the Global Startup Program? What should they expect and what should they be prepared with when they are joining the Global Startup Program?
Sure. When I first got my feet wet with being in this program, being the alliance leader for Memverge with AWS, I thought there was maybe a lot of things I needed to do. But in essence, there's a few very important things to get right, and I think everything else comes along the journey. And one of the things that Chad, our partner manager in the Global Startup Program, said to me early on was, get to know the AWS team, get to know AWS sellers. Really just spend as much time as you can getting to know the organization and building your name and your visibility and your reputation with the AWS team. And I cannot, I think those words are so, that advice was so valuable, and it's something that I wish I could have spent even more time doing. It's something that I think I would just love to continue to double down on, because AWS as an organization is so partner focused and has a great partner culture that simply by letting more people know what you do, customers can find their way to you through that relationship that you can build early on as a global startup partner with AWS. So I would say that's one piece of advice, is just to keep networking and getting to know AWS as an organization and get to know people at an individual level as much as you can. It's a huge and amazing organization. There's so many different ways that people from different functions can help a startup like Memverge grow. And I would say perhaps the second thing that I would also recommend is that the AWS Marketplace is a really great place to think about placing your product. There's different levels that you can work on in terms of marketplace integration. And I was just in a focus group about a week or two ago where they were coming out with some new features for the marketplace. And it was really nice to get an early preview of things that will make it easier for us to continue listing and sharing our offerings on the marketplace. And it just shows how, again, how partner-focused AWS is to bring in, to bring in Memverge to provide advice for upcoming marketplace features. And I would say most, if not all, of our customers today first interact with our software and our solutions through deploying from the AWS Marketplace. So it's just a great technology integration and great sales channel to build the commercial business for the company.
That's fantastic, Jing. Thanks for taking time and sharing your experience about the AWS Global Startup Program with our audiences.
Thanks for having me here. It was a lot of fun, and appreciate the opportunity.
Anytime.